Do you often find yourself feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges? In this video, we delve into the ancient philosophy of Stoicism and explore how its principles can transform the way you approach challenges in your life. Lesson 1. Be dedicated. The main idea behind Stoic philosophy is dedication, which is also what makes any project great. According to the Stoics, the only way to truly succeed was to be dedicated and persistent, even when things went wrong. Patience and determination are needed for dedication. Success doesn't usually happen quickly, and the path to our goals often includes many problems and setbacks that we have to deal with. The Stoics knew that real progress is slow and gradual, and that it takes constant work and unwavering dedication to make it happen. The result of patience is sweet. This sentence shows how important it is to keep trying to reach our goals, even when things get in the way or take longer than planned. We can stay committed to our goals and eventually reach success if we learn to be patient and persistent. Self-control is an important part of being dedicated. It means making clear plans, sticking to them, and staying focused on our goals even when there are temptations or other things that want our attention. The Stoics thought that self-discipline was important for success and personal growth because it helped people keep their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in check. The first rule is to keep your mind clear. The second is to face things as they really are. This sentence shows how important self-discipline is for keeping our minds clear and focused so we can correctly evaluate our situations and make smart choices. Being resilient means being able to handle and get back on your feet after problems. It is an important part of being dedicated. The Stoics knew that life is full of problems and setbacks, so they worked to build resilience so that they could deal with these problems with grace and drive. Problems make the mind stronger, just like work does for the body. This sentence stresses how important it is to see problems as chances to learn and grow, which will eventually make you more resilient and dedicated. People with a growth mindset believe that we can improve our skills and knowledge by working hard and being dedicated. These ideas were important to the Stoics because they knew that you could grow and be successful if you worked hard and were willing to learn from your mistakes. You should only hang out with people who make you feel good and bring out your best. Putting ourselves in situations with people who have a growth attitude and motivate us to do better can help us become more dedicated to our own success and growth. Being grateful means noticing and enjoying the good things in our lives. The Stoics thought that being thankful was important for keeping a balanced view and encouraging loyalty. When you wake up in the morning, think about how very lucky you are to be able to breathe, think, enjoy, and love. By focusing on the good things in our lives, we can feel thankful, which makes us more determined to reach our goals. People who followed the Stoics knew that life is full of change and loss. By taking this as true, we can develop a sense of distance and stay committed to our goals, even when problems or setbacks come up out of the blue. We can make our lives more dedicated and get past the problems we face on our way to success by learning patience and persistence, putting self-discipline first, becoming more resilient, having a growth mindset, being grateful, and accepting that things change. Lesson 2. See things differently. We are scared more often than we are hurt, and our imaginations hurt us more than the real world. Before we can change how we see things, we need to be aware of our feelings and thoughts and learn to remove them from the facts of the situation. Being aware of ourselves and reflecting on them helps us question what we think we know and give us a more fair and correct view of the world around us. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the good things in our lives and the present moment instead of just thinking about the bad things that happen to us. By focusing on being thankful, we can build a more positive and strong attitude that will help us deal with life's difficulties more easily and with more confidence. When you wake up in the morning, think about how very lucky you are to be able to breathe, think, enjoy, and love. This gentle advice to enjoy the little things in life can help us keep a more balanced view, even when things go wrong. We can change how we see our problems by accepting and welcoming them. Instead of seeing them as impossible problems, we can see them as chances to grow. This change in viewpoint helps us deal with life's problems with more strength and determination, which leads to success in the end. To be able to see things differently, we need to learn to care about other people. The idea of Stoicism teaches us to see how all people are linked and to be kind and understanding to others. Putting ourselves in other people's shoes and trying to see things from their point of view can help us become more caring and understanding. Lesson 3. Be honest with yourself. It's normal for people to lie to themselves, which can make it hard to tell the truth. People often lie to themselves to boost their self-esteem, stay out of pain, or keep a positive view of themselves. But self-deception can hurt our personal growth and success because it keeps us from seeing our strengths and weaknesses as they really are. Before we can get rid of self-deception, we have to admit that it's there. We can start to question our ideas and beliefs and look for the truth in our experiences once we are aware of how often we lie to ourselves. Self-reflection is a great way to get more honest with yourself. We can learn more about ourselves and what drives us by regularly looking at our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. This process of thinking about ourselves helps us find ways to improve and grow, which helps us deal with problems and succeed. As a way to improve himself, Seneca wrote, "We should every night call ourselves to an account." If we set aside time every day for self-reflection, we can make it a habit to be honest with ourselves, which will help us grow and be successful. Being non-judgmental means being able to notice our feelings and thoughts without judging them as good or bad or right or wrong. This mindful way of doing things helps us understand our inner feelings more accurately, which leads to more self-honesty and self-awareness. One way to practice non-judgmental awareness is to just notice your feelings and thoughts as they come up, without getting connected to them or identifying with them. By practicing this objective view, you can get a better sense of your own experiences, which can help you be more honest with yourself and grow as a person. Self-reflection is important for becoming more honest with yourself, but it's also good to get comments from other people. Your friends, family, and coworkers can tell you a lot about your skills and weaknesses, which can help you get a better sense of who you are. It is important to go into the process of asking for feedback with an open mind and a readiness to listen. We can be more self-honest, grow as people, and be more successful if we actively seek and use comments from others. To stay honest with yourself, it's important to set goals and standards that are reasonable. Setting goals and standards that are too high can make us feel let down, doubt ourselves, and lie to ourselves, which makes it harder to tell the truth. First, look at your skills, weaknesses, and resources to make sure your goals and expectations are reasonable. Setting goals that you can reach and that are realistic for your skills and situation will help you stay honest with yourself, which will lead to personal growth and success. Self-compassion means being able to be kind, understanding to yourself, especially when you fail or have a loss. Self-compassion is an important part of being honest with yourself because it lets you admit your flaws and mistakes without judging or harshly criticizing yourself. Talking to yourself with the same knowledge and kindness you would give to a close friend is a good way to learn self-compassion. Being kind to ourselves can help us be honest with ourselves, grow as people, and be successful. The growth mindset is the idea that we can get smarter and better at things if we work hard at them. Having a growth attitude is important for being honest with ourselves because it helps us see our flaws and mistakes as chances to learn and grow. Focus on the process of learning and getting better instead of the result to develop a growth attitude. We can be more honest with ourselves, grow as people, and be more successful if we take on tasks and don't give up when things go wrong. Lesson 4. Focus on what matters. We can do some things and can't do others. Setting clear priorities based on our ideals and goals is important if we want to stay focused on what's important. Stoicism tells us to look at our goals often and make sure that our time and energy are still focused on what's important. Marcus Aurelius said, "Never let the future bother you. You will meet it. if you have to, with the same weapons of reason that you use today against the present. This quote reminds us to keep our priorities in mind and not let worries about the future or regrets about the past take our attention away from them. By making clear goals and going over them often, we can keep our sense of direction and purpose strong, which will help us get through tough times and succeed. Being fully aware and involved in the present moment, without judging it or getting distracted, is what mindfulness is all about. Stoicism stresses the value of being aware as a way to improve focus and inner peace. When you have something important, you can't enjoy it unless you share it with someone else. Mindfulness training can help us appreciate the present moment more and create the mental clarity we need to concentrate on what's important. This focused way of thinking helps us deal with life's problems in a cool and collected way, which leads to success in the end. Lesson 5. Try new things. For personal growth and progress, it's important to try new things. Stoicism stresses how important it is to have a growth attitude, which means believing that our skills and intelligence can improve with dedication and hard work. When we have a growth mindset, we are more open to new things and ready to take on tasks that take us out of our comfort zones. Everything in the world changes, and so does our life. This sentence shows how important it is to be able to deal with change and keep an open mind. We can become more adaptable and stronger in the face of life's difficulties by embracing new experiences and trying new things. Being curious is a big part of growing and developing as a person. Stoicism tells us to be interested in the world around us and keep an open mind as we learn more about it. When we feed our natural interest, we open ourselves up to new ideas and experiences, which can help us learn and grow as people. Learn new things about how to live every day. This sentence shows how important it is to keep learning and seeking information throughout your life. We can continue to grow and change as people by staying open to new experiences and curious. This will lead to a more satisfying and successful life in the long run. The way we see things has a big impact on how we approach new things. Stoicism teaches us to see problems and difficulties as chances to grow, not as things we should avoid. Adopting this way of thinking makes us more open to trying new things and the chance for personal growth that comes with them. Our deeds may be slowed down, but our intentions and attitudes cannot be changed. Because we can make things work for you. The mind changes the thing that is stopping us from acting so that it serves its own goals. Action is sped up by the thing that stops it. Things that get in the way become the ways. To try new things, you often need to be willing to experiment and take chances. According to Stoicism, trying new things is a good way to grow and learn about yourself. By trying new things and taking calculated chances, we can learn a lot about our skills, preferences, and potential. Use what you can to the fullest, and let the rest happen as it may. We can learn more about ourselves and the world around us by trying new things and taking chances. This can lead to success and personal growth in the long run. Before we can learn from our mistakes, we need to become more self-aware and be able to tell when we've done something wrong. To do this, we need to be honest with ourselves and be ready to admit our flaws without passing judgment. You should only hang out with people who make you feel good and bring out your best. We can more easily see and learn from our mistakes if we surround ourselves with people who support and encourage our growth. Once we've admitted we were wrong, it's important to look back at what happened that caused the mistake. Our failure can help us understand the situation better and find any patterns or behaviors that may have led to the result by looking at the things that led to it. This process of reflecting on our past mistakes helps us come up with ways to avoid making the same ones again and builds the strength we need to deal with life's obstacles. Stoicism tells us to look for knowledge from people who have been through the same things we are going through, because their experiences can teach us a lot. We can use what we've learned from studying the lives of great people and the problems they face to make our own lives better. We need to be patient and persistent in order to learn from our mistakes. Growth and change don't happen quickly, and it's important to know that it may take a while and be hard to learn from our mistakes. Being patient and staying dedicated to our goals will help us keep learning from our mistakes and move forward on our way to success. By becoming more self-aware, reflecting on our mistakes, asking others for advice, having a growth mindset, being patient, and embracing the process of learning and growing all the time, we can turn our mistakes into valuable lessons that help us deal with life's challenges and reach our goals. Lesson 6. Learn from your mistakes. Stoicism teaches us that true wisdom is born from the lessons we learn through our experiences, both positive and negative. By adopting a mindset that views mistakes as opportunities for growth, we can transform our failures into valuable insights that help us navigate life's challenges and ultimately achieve our goals. To learn from our mistakes, we must first cultivate self-awareness and the ability to recognize when we have erred. This requires honest self-reflection and the willingness to acknowledge our shortcomings without judgment. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. By surrounding ourselves with individuals who support and encourage our growth, we can more easily identify and learn from our mistakes. Once we have acknowledged our mistakes, it is crucial to analyze the circumstances that led to the error. By examining the factors that contributed to our failure, we can gain a deeper understanding of the situation and identify any patterns or behaviors that may have contributed to the outcome. This process of introspection allows us to develop strategies for avoiding similar mistakes in the future and cultivate the resilience necessary to overcome life's challenges. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. By embracing a growth mindset, we can view our mistakes as opportunities for improvement rather than as evidence of our inherent limitations. Learning from our mistakes requires that we cultivate patience and persistence. Change and growth do not happen overnight, and it is essential to recognize that the process of learning from our failures may be slow and challenging. By practicing patience and maintaining a steadfast commitment to our goals, we can continue to learn from our mistakes and make progress on our journey to success. It is also important to remember that learning from our mistakes is an ongoing process. As we continue to grow and evolve, we will inevitably encounter new challenges and make new mistakes. By embracing this continuous cycle of growth and learning, we can cultivate the resilience and wisdom necessary to navigate life's challenges and achieve our goals. As you start your own Stoic path, keep in mind that problems are not things you should try to avoid, but rather chances to learn and get better. Stepping into the spiritual lessons of Stoicism can help you reach your full potential and be successful. The Stoics' wise words should help you grow as a person and find happiness.